Lindsay, I didn't think you were going to make it on. Are the kiddies okay?
Yeah, I'm probably going to hop off.
Yeah.
Greg's kind of juggling it right now for me, but I did want to hop on because, I know I was excited about this topic because, and I'm sorry, Heather, if you were just talking and I came on and
this was your vision. So please feel free to jump right in because I want to utilize the time you have. So
yeah, last week I had a team call with Ambition Army and, we were talking about our strengths and our weaknesses and all of that sort of thing. And Stephanie Bierce brought up a great point because I asked, what are some of our weaknesses? Because that's, I think, an important thing to talk about when we want to grow. And she kind of talked about how we could probably do better about recruiting new coaches. And I said, yeah, let's share more about the coaching opportunity. And it's something that has been hard for me from the very beginning, but I actually think I did an even better job at the beginning than I do now. And I think sometimes it's because our story evolves and our reason for coaching evolves. And we need to stay connected with that piece of our story. So I really just thought it'd be cool for all of us to reconnect with why we started coaching and to remind ourselves that we need to share more than fitness. We need to share more than Shakeology. We need to really think about how this opportunity can help people as well. And when I was reflecting back on things, I was kind of looking back on all of my photos, and I found one of my first coach opportunity posts, and it literally was the simplest thing that got a lot of traction, and it was out of my comfort zone. That feeling where you're wanting to post, but you're super afraid to post, and you're like, do I do this? Do I not do this? So it was literally a picture of me drinking from a Starbucks cup in my car, and I had gotten my biggest paycheck yet. It was my first time getting a $300 paycheck. This was back in, it was 6 or 7 months into coaching, and I was pumped, but I wasn't going to share about it. Because I was like, ew, money. Who wants to talk about money? And I wasn't going to post about it. But then Greg texted me, and my husband, he's like, Lindsay, great job with Beachbody this week. And I'm like, you know what? That's what makes me feel good. I'm contributing to my family. This feels kind of awesome. Because I hadn't had a paycheck in years. So, I posted about it, and I said, sitting in my car right now, just got a text from my husband who said, great job in your coaching business this week. So I decided to treat myself to a latte. And it was literally just a picture of, and then my hashtag was minivan mom boss. And such a simple little post. And I guess that's my point, guys. It doesn't matter how little or big a point you're trying to make, just share what this coach life is doing for you. And you're going to attract your tribe. So if nothing else, I hope that kind of opens the door a little bit for all of us to talk a little bit about where you are right now in your business. What is it doing for you? What's your mission? What's your purpose? And to make sure you're sharing about that too.
I love that, Linz. I remember that post. I remember that day because you were so excited and you were so hesitant. Do I want to share this? And it is, guys. And I could share so many things, and I want to hear from you guys first. But I feel we always feel we need these big wins in order to share the business opportunity. And a lot of it comes from comparing too, and looking at these other top coaches and oh my God, I'm not even near Lindsay Matway and building this new beach house and wow, how amazing that is. But we don't have that story to share. But to Lindsay's point, we have an even more powerful story to share that even more people can relate to. Having just a few $100 extra a week, especially as a stay-home mom, to be able to contribute to your family, to be able to do something for yourself, people that attracts people because people can relate to it and they get super excited about it. It doesn't have to be thousands and thousands of dollars, and of course those can impact your life too. But no one expects that, and no one actually expects it right away either. And this is one of the things that I really always want people to understand and focus on is, excuse me. Why the small wins are so important and so exciting to share, because honestly, when you share those big wins too, they actually sometimes aren't relatable for people because they think it's a scam. They think I'll never be able to achieve that. Maybe they feel icky about it, to Lindsay's point. Maybe the thought of even trying to help other people and like have all this money like doesn't like add up to them because they don't understand the business yet, and they can't kind of connect with like what that means for their family. So like I think these like really small wins are so great, and it really helps people to really like realize like what just like helping a few people can really do for you and your family. So I love that story, Lindsay. And I know Jenny has like amazing stories too, but like we welcome like anyone to kind of speak up and like share like how are things been going with you? Like have you been comfortable sharing the coaching opportunity? Like where are you at with everything?
I'll share if nobody else wants to.
You don't have to talk too long though, Jenny, because I know your voice is bothering you.
No, that's fine. I've been talking to 21 students all day. I can handle a few more minutes. No, and honestly, this is such a great topic because it's one of those topics where we kind of like run and hide when we hear it. It's almost like that recruiting word always like kind of freaks me out, makes me retract because it can be intimidating. But I think like a lot of things in this business, we just tend to overcomplicate it. And I don't remember where I heard it, but somewhere along the way, it was put in a frame of mind to me to just share, like make a list of all the benefits you've gotten from this coaching business and share those like every day. I think it was, it might've been Bonnie Engel, one of her like last year's National Wake Up Calls, where she said she runs her Facebook page as an open sneak peek. Like she's like, I don't run, private sneak peeks. She said, I use my Facebook page as my sneak peek. So she said, every day I'm sharing at least one thing that this coaching opportunity has done for me. And it's not necessarily explicitly saying like, oh, this is, my pay. I'm not saying like the paycheck is not a draw and something great to share, but you don't always have to be like in people's faces about it. Like, so I try to look at the community part of it. Like that's something Lindsay and I were talking the other day about, how we just love the community of women. Like to me, this is like being with you guys right now and like in Nashville or wherever, New Orleans, like all those moments are for me, like it's, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like second to none to me. Like the money is a bonus, like to me, like, so there's so many other benefits besides just the paycheck is what I'm trying to get at. And making a list of what that looks like to you, and then, getting comfortable sharing that regularly is, I think, is key. So I've kind of gotten away from it. I want to be more consistent, and I can't say I'll do it every day, but I will definitely try to do it at least a few times a week. So, yeah, I don't know if that opens up any doors for any of you guys, but I just think being so narrow-minded, like I used to think, I saw Kathy Roeder's, she posted, I don't know, it was probably a year and a half ago, she posted like her 1 year paycheck progression, and it was like mind-blowing. And I was like, oh my God, I'll never get there. And like you said, Heather, it's that comparison trap you get into, and it shuts you down from, wanting to get creative about it. So, finding the other things or the little wins, like you said, Lindsay, like, even that $300 or
Right.
even, a $100, I was posting last year about how I was able to send Stevie to private kindergarten. And, that was something I probably wouldn't have been able to do. So I feel like there's always something, even if it's not necessarily apparent financially, there's always something that you can be sharing that's attractive to people.
Yeah, Carrie does a really good job of this too. And I don't think she's on the call right now, so I'm speaking for her, but I remember this one post she did, and it was literally a collage of pictures of like workout selfies. And like she has like the best selfies. Like she has goofy faces, and she's just so pretty while she's being goofy, and she cracks me up. But it was like a collage of pictures, and then over it was text that said, "Why do I post these crazy selfies?" or something like that. And the whole post was about just telling people, like, because I want you to know that you can too. And even if I help one person by these crazy selfies, it's worth it to me. And that to me is a coach opportunity post, because it's like, listen, this is what we do. We're not trying to like flaunt ourselves out there and be like, hey, look at me. We're saying, hey, look at you. Look what you can do too. So like that type of stuff is amazing. You're empowering people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like one of the ways I like to look at it is like when we talk about like our own personal journeys as far as fitness, like we always talk about like everyone has their own journey, right? Like everyone picks their own program. Everyone starts at a certain weight and they have like their own goals. Like no one has the same fitness goals, like at all. No one on this call has the same fitness goals. And it's the same with a coaching opportunity. Like Kathy Reuter, like, yeah, like that was like, for those that don't know Kathy, she's not very active in the page. She's one of my personally sponsored coaches, and she's done really well in this business very quickly. And that's an amazing story for her to share. And that's her story. And like, that's great for her to be able to share that, but that's not everyone's story. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like everyone has a special story to share, and you just have to find what that is. So even if it's like $100 a week or a month, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like what the amount of money it is. It's what it does for your family. It's what it does for you, like your soul, and like how it contributes to like your life in a positive way. And people just need that positivity in their life. Like with the money, with the community of people, like people crave that and they don't think it exists. Like people are surrounded constantly by negativity. Like I remember, and I'm sure you guys can all relate to this, before becoming a Beachbody coach, how much positivity did you actually have on your Facebook page? Unless it was children, like, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
People just love to like if I go way back when I joined Facebook, because like sometimes it'll pop up or something, I'll click the wrong thing and I'm like embarrassed about the stuff I used to share. Like it was like a cry for help, and like other people still do that. And when I come across it, like it makes me feel bad, but like it also like makes me feel excited because we have this amazing opportunity to offer people. But what makes me feel sad is that there's so many people out there that are so bitter and they just like hate life and they don't understand like something amazing like this exists. And those are the same people that see our posts and are like, she's taking another selfie again, or they block you, or they do something because they think it's fake. They don't like think it's real. So like we need to be genuine in our posts and like share our stories authentically for what it means to us, because it's going to strike something with someone. Like they are going to believe. And
even Heather, like when you say, you know, it's going to strike with someone, think when you're posting about the coaching opportunity, think about your challengers. Like the biggest thing in the world is that, because we don't talk a lot about the coaching opportunity in our challenge groups, that they are the ones getting results. They're the ones feeling amazing. In the back of their minds, they're the ones thinking, oh, like maybe I could do this as a little side thing to pay this forward or whatever. So like talk to them when you're posting about the coaching opportunity, because chances are you're probably not going to out of the blue post something and someone automatically comes on and is like, I want to coach. And if they do, they probably aren't going to be all in because they don't even believe in the products. Like literally how you have to, I don't know, for me anyway, I know for a fact that if I hadn't gotten results, if I didn't believe in these products, I wouldn't have started coaching. I got hooked on Shakeology. I got hooked on these workout programs. And I'm like, if I can help some other moms, I believe in this. I want to share this with them. So like when you're posting about it, really think about who are the people in your challenge groups right now. And like, you know, how can you encourage them to take this leap and pay this opportunity forward?
Yeah, I think that's super powerful, Lindsay. Like, you know, I think about it sometimes as like, and we've talked about having a dream team of people that we know would be unbelievable in this business. And maybe, you know, we've asked them about it. I know there's people that I have asked over and over again because I know they'd be amazing. And it's those people that I think of when I craft some of the posts, because I'm like, these are the people that I know would be attracted by this post. And once in a while you'll see that they like it or they comment on it. So sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes belief, and it takes them watching you for a year or 2 years sometimes before they're ready. But if you stop posting, then, you know, you're going to lose out on that opportunity. So it's super important. And one other thing you said, they talked about this at Summit too, was speaking to the person you were before you started Beachbody. And that's something I sometimes forget to do as well. But when you mentioned, you know, speaking to your challengers, I think that's key, is like, you know, our challengers come in basically like we did when we first started, probably broken in some aspect, whether it's financial, emotional, physical, or all of them. But a lot of times, you know, we forget that normal people don't want to work out. Like, normal people don't want to eat clean. Like, normal people don't spring out of bed and just breathe positivity like we do. Like, that's not a normal thing. So, you know, we have to speak to the people that we used to be and, you know, show them the solution and show them through our post where it's taken us and, you know, the benefits we've gotten from it. So,
and empower them in the challenge groups, because like, you know, I still remember back to, you know, one of the things Heather was so encouraging in the challenge groups, being like, oh my gosh, I love the recipes you're posting. Like, you know, thank you for being a part of this and being all in and all of that stuff. And I learned from that. And like, I do the same thing. And I really try to empower everyone in our challenge groups that they're doing an incredible job. And thanks for posting that quote. And I'll, you know, private message them and say, oh my God, your post today was amazing. Like, thank you for sharing that. I know that's not always easy. I know you haven't loved posting, but you did it today. That's awesome. Because I want them to know that they're making an impact. People think their voices don't matter. People think that they, you know, and so it's important to encourage them. Every little step that they take in the challenge group could be a step they're taking towards paying that, you know, paying it forward to other people in a larger way.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll never forget like those moments and those conversations we had, because Lindsay's right. Like, it's so embarrassing, but like, it's the truth. Like, she runs kick-ass challenge groups now. And when she was a challenger in my challenge group, like, she was like taking it over and like posting better things than I was. And I was like, oh my God. Like, so it was so natural for me to have that conversation with her because it was real. Like, she literally was inspiring the shit out of me. And I was like, oh my God, girl, like, you really need to like try coaching. Like, you got amazing results. Like, I know you're loving the program. Like, have you thought about it? Because you're so inspiring. Like, I know you couldn't help so many people. And to be honest, guys, like, to what Lindsay's saying, and this is why I just speak to your challengers and like have these conversations with them, is because that was the easiest conversation I've ever had. That was the easiest. She was the easiest coach that I ever brought on, because she believed. Like, she had such a great transformation. And being a coach almost 3 years, guys, yeah, I can point the finger at me a few times for my coaches failing, new coaches I brought on, not loving this, not like kicking ass at it. But, and I will take some of that credit, but you know what? The real reason why people don't love this business and they don't kind of go after it and really like put everything into it is because they haven't got results yet. They don't believe. I mean, I've attracted so many people to the coaching opportunity, but then they forget about the whole fitness part of it. They just want to like help people and make money. And I won't say just make money, because they do want to help people. Like, they see the positivity and they want this community and they want to be a part of everything. But all of this really doesn't work, guys, without that piece, because at the end of the day, we are selling health and fitness. So when that's left out, it just breaks down. Like, it's really the truth. And I believe it more than ever right now, because I just allowed myself to break down. Like, the last 2 months, I haven't been on my A game. I was loving quarter fourth. Then I fell apart in December. And like, it almost was the best thing that ever happened to me, but I felt my business struggle. And it's because I lost that piece of my business. And now I'm doing the Ultimate Reset, and I'm doing a 3-week yoga retreat. And I'm so determined to like crush this, guys. I'm so excited. So, and I can't wait to have a conversation with you guys in the next 20 days, because I know my business is going to change, and it's going to change because a change started with me, and because I started really truly helping people again and helping others to get results and helping them to realize like what this business really has to offer people. And it's not just a life of freedom and happiness. It's a life of health. And it's all those things together that matter. So sorry, that was long-winded, but yeah, I mean, it's just so important to really like work with your challengers and really understand that that's the future team, guys. Like, that really is. Like, Melanie Mitro she's now the top coach for her 3rd year in a row, which I'm pretty sure is unheard of. I don't know if anyone said that, but I don't think anyone's done that. And she does it through her challengers. All of her coaches, I don't even know the percentage, but I would assume 90% at least are people out of her challenge groups become coaches, because that's just the strategy she uses. You become a challenger, you get great results, she talks to you about the coaching opportunity, and she gets you on board. And it works because people have buy-in, because they believe and they have a passion. So really, I mean, I'm not saying like don't talk to people who like if someone reaches out to you about the coaching opportunity, they haven't done that part of their journey yet, like still talk to them about it, but encourage them to start with their fitness as much as they want to.
Yeah, no, because if people leave with just, oh, well, I've always been into health and it'd be nice to make money doing it, but they've never experienced the product, it's not going to work out. Like, it's just not. I'm sorry, I'm just being real.
Like, I'm this guy, like, I feel like, and I'm not trying to, like, be sexist by any means, but, like, a lot of the guys that I've had reach out to me and that are interested want to skip pieces of it. Like he's like, well, I'm not into the Shakeology, but I know I could sell it. And I'm like, no, like, I'm straight up with people. I'm like, I don't want you selling it. I want you sharing it. I want you to be a product of the product and love it as much as I love it. And like, that's what I want you to like come through to people, because if then you're just selling them. And for me, this business isn't selling. I've never felt in 2.5, 3 years that I'm selling people. Because if I ever did, I probably wouldn't do this anymore, because it's not where I want to be in my heart, and that's not how I want to run my business. So I'm sure everyone is going to interact with people at some point that have that mindset, and I'm telling you right now, it never works for them. It will not work for them as hard as they try to make this business work, because their heart's not in it, because they don't believe in the products.
I would love to hear, does anybody have any, like, is anyone struggling with sharing the opportunity, or want to talk about like their own process, or if they want, like, I don't know, if they've tried but it's flopped, or if they've done something that's been awesome? Like, I don't know, does anyone have anything they want to share about this?
I can share if you want. So I gotta say, like, I mean, I've had those people who have reached out to me and they're like, oh, but I mean, I'm really into fitness, and like, you know, they're super in shape, but they're not sure that they want to actually do a Beachbody program because they already got their own thing going on or whatever it is. It's true that that's never going to work. And then, you know, I've had some people reach out and want to start a program and also start the business opportunity. And then they just like totally fall off the map. I think, you know, I've had some time to reflect over the past year and just really believe that, like, if somebody were to reach out to me and want to pursue the business opportunity, I wouldn't let them, like, I mean, but like, I wouldn't encourage them to pursue the business opportunity until they've gone through a challenge group, gotten results, and, you know, just anyway. So I guess for me, like, my challengers right now aren't really in a place where, you know, any one of them feels confident enough within themselves and on their journey to even think about pursuing a coaching opportunity. So I think that that's sort of where I'm struggling. I mean, that's really only where I'm struggling. It's hard because, like, I've sort of like shied away from sharing the business opportunity with like random people who I think would just, you know, make a good coach. Like, if they're not interested in it, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like my challengers aren't really in that space yet. And it's hard because you want to be creating those coaches in your challenge groups. But it's incredible how many people just don't believe in themselves. Like,
How did the conversations go?
Well, I mean, I host, I mean, I haven't passed like month or two, but, you know, typically I host like a live coaching event where, you know, they learn about the coaching opportunity, and I go live in the group and I like post videos leading up to the live date. And, you know, there are people in the groups that I've invited to that, and they're like, yeah, like, I'd love to learn more about it. But at the end of the day, they're like, I just feel like I can't do what you do. That's the number one thing that, like, people tell me. Like, I feel like I couldn't be as motivating as you, or I feel like I just can't do what you do. And that has been like, that's really what I'm getting for reinforcement from people, like, more often than not, is that they feel like they couldn't put as much work into it as I do. And obviously I explained to them, like, when I first got started, I was in my first year of teaching, which is your craziest year. And, you know, I mean, that year was actually my most successful year in my business. So, I mean, it can be done. And I explained that to them, but sometimes I wonder if being a full-timer sort of works to, you know, you're disadvantaged in a lot of ways because there are just so many people who obviously have other jobs and they feel like they already have too much on their plate. That's just sort of, you know, what's been on my heart and in my mind lately is I felt like when I was wearing more than one hat, not just the coach hat, people seem to think that they could do it too.
So I think it could be really cool going back to like, because I know forever ago, Heather, we wanted to do kind of like a video about our team and how all of us come from different backgrounds and we have different schedules. Because like I know for a fact that like Meg, if you were talking to a busy mom, like a stay-at-home mom or whatever who was considering it, but they're like, oh, I can't fit into my life. Like, you know that I would talk to them in a hot second.
Right.
You know, and so I hope that we could come together even as a team when you're having these conversations where, oh my gosh, I know what you mean. And maybe you feel you can't relate to me, but like there's someone on my team I would love to connect you with. Like, I know we'd all do that for each other. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Am I making sense?
No, yeah, you totally are. I think that makes sense. And I still want to do that video. It's like, I don't know. I mean, last time I posted about it, everyone didn't seem as interested. Maybe it's because it was just a bad time. And I mean, I know I need to like run with it and like make my own video. I think I've just been overthinking it. Like at first I wanted it to look really professional and like everyone to have the same background and like the example I gave. But then I'm like, you know what? Like,
just keep it real.
Yeah, we should be like in the settings actually we live in, right? Like I kind of want to do it like in my office at my job now because like to show like I have another job, like I have something else going on to like be that. Like, you know, Jenny could do it in her classroom. Like if you could, like, I think that'd be really cool to what you're saying. Like Lindsay, you could do it with your fucking kids running around, you know, like with your hair looking like you are. But that's what's going to speak to people. That's what's going to speak to people. And Meg, like, you know, you're just like an at-home girl boss, like doing your thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's so many like ways that I think that would really speak to people, I guess is what I'm saying. I agree. And I think it would be really good. But on top of that, I mean, and Lindsay, you know that I do this. Like I do this with everyone. I always ask if someone's willing to talk to someone for me. And it's fine if you say no, but I think it's great that we all feel like we have that community.
I think sometimes we feel we need to do it on our own. And I guess that's my only point is that I want everyone on the call to know that everyone who's a part of this team, like we're all resources for one another. So we all succeed by each other succeeding, you know? Yes. So like it's never, because I know I feel like a bother. I'm like, oh, I don't want to bother anybody with my ish. Like I don't want to ask people for help. I can do it on my own. I want to help others because I'm helping others. But just know that like all of us are here for one another, you know?
Yeah.
Meg, one of the things I wanted to say, Meg, because you're talking about how it's hard to talk about now and it was easier before when the post that I related to the most to you when I was first kind of getting started as a coach, and I'm a full-time guidance counselor. I've got my boys. I was going to grad school full-time and I took on this whole coaching thing and I was like, am I freaking insane? And which is kind of still how I feel half the time. But one of the things that like I remember about you from the post that you were putting up before was you weren't currently teaching, but you talked about how when you built your business and when you started, you were teaching, you were working full-time, you were doing everything and still building a business. And then you were home and like, you're at where I want to be in a year and a half when I can finally quit my job. And I'm thinking maybe if you kind of go back to that a little bit and talk about where you were, what it was like. You know, I built my business at the same time that I was, you know, juggling a full-time job, this, that, and the other thing, family responsibilities. And this is where I got now. So if you think I don't understand busy, haha, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, that's really helpful to know. It's always good to know and like get that feedback, like what speaks to different people. 'Cause I mean, I'm like sort of drawing a lot of blanks lately, trying to figure out how to reach people and to, you know, obviously lead with my heart. And yeah, I think that's a good point. I think to that point, for me, the hard part about sharing it too is that I'm also really missing teaching. you know, like I'm really missing it, something fierce, not because I don't love this opportunity. But like, I know that I was created to work with children. End of story. Like, that's my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to be a mom. My purpose in life is to be a teacher. And I'm supposed to work with little souls. Like, end of story.
Which is why Meg needs to come to my house and take care of some of my extra souls.
Any day of the week, Mama, you let me know. So,
right, Elizabeth? You feel me?
I feel like, you know, that has been maybe a big reason why it's been so hard for me to share it, just because my heart is also somewhere else. And it's hard when you feel like you're at this crossroads in your life where you're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I love a lot of different things, and I got, you know, these different skills, and I just don't know where I want to go, and you're just sort of like stuck. So that's just like probably.
And that in itself is a story, though, Meg. That in itself is your truth. Like,
yeah,
settle in that truth and don't be afraid to share that. You know, like.
I think I agree, Meg. Like, that just spoke to me, and I agree. And I've never shared it in that way, but I think it's super powerful. Like, people can relate to that. Hey, I have a lot of loves. Like, there are a lot of things that I want to do in life, and this is one of them. But it's one that I love. It's one I'm super passionate about, but it's not my only thing. Because like, sometimes actually, like, people think that. I think when they see us, like, posting on Facebook, like, my friends still joke, like, you're still drinking the Kool-Aid. Like, they almost feel like we're brainwashed. And, like, this is the only thing in life we care about now is taking selfies and, like, doing these programs, when like it's so not true. Like, we all have like all of these other amazing things we love and that we're a part of, like, and that's kind of goes along with this video thing, is like showing people like there's more that we do than just Beachbody, but Beachbody is a part of us, and it's a part of us for a good reason. But like, I think that's so powerful, Meg. I think you should share that. I think it's amazing.
And Maria Forleo, Meg, I don't know if you've watched many of her videos, Maria Forleo.
I don't even.
She like talks a lot about multi-passionate, because she's a multi-passionate person and has done a lot of things in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So she might be worth checking out too.
Yeah, definitely.
For multi-passionate people.
I feel like, what was I just going to say? I feel like what's been hard, one of the reasons why I feel like I haven't shared that, I guess in part is because I'm really hard on myself. And I feel like if I share that and I share about like how much I'm missing what I consciously chose to leave for this opportunity, it somehow sends a message that A, either this opportunity isn't as good as I thought it was, or B, I friggin' failed at it. So
no, Megan, I think that would, I think that would inspire people. Like, I really do. Sorry, I'm losing my voice, but I really think you would get a tremendous response, and like an honest response. You know what I mean?
It's real, and it's like people can relate to that, because like things change, Megan. Like, I just went back to like I've been going back and forth with things too, and it's not me not loving this opportunity, not wanting to do this, but like right now, like, I don't know. It's just not exactly where I want to be right now. Like, just for me, it doesn't make sense to do this just full time right now, because I feel like I can give to other things, and where Matt and I are with our life and the things that we want. Like, yes, I'm doing well in my business, but I'm still not doing financially what I want in order to make our life work for now. So like, at some point it becomes like, yes, it's one of my passions, but like when I look at my dream board in my bigger picture, and where I want to be right now, it's not just Beachbody. And I've been struggling too with sharing that, because I'm like, yeah, I'm not like, I don't know, like if you guys all want to do this full time and I'm not paving the way in that way, like, and I'm going to use her as an example because it's what I do, like Elizabeth, like all of these coaches under Elizabeth on Team Drop the Cookie look up to her and thank you for paving the way. And she left her job like early, and now she's been doing this. And like, I've constantly been playing this in my head lately, like, am I not being an example everyone wants because like they want that life? But I'm like, you know what? But I need to do me. I need to do my life. Like, to Jenny's point, like that's what's inspiring. Like, and I know I haven't been good about sharing all of this recently because I'm still trying to come to the realization myself and figure it out. But like, and I hope that's inspiring in itself. Like, I'm trying to follow my dreams. I'm trying to follow my happiness and like what's going to make me happy right now.
You have to.
I'm still figuring it out. Like, I'm still figuring it out, guys. But
No,
like,
this is a quote from the very beginning. I recognize this opportunity as a platform. It's a platform that isn't, it's not a finish line. It's not a beach body and then this is it. It's a beach body can give you this, it gives you a voice. It gives you the foundation for your confidence, your health, your wellness, all of that, to clear your mind, to clear your vision, to create your vision. And then it catapults you to this whole new place, you know? Like, I'm realizing for myself that, like, I'm actually a pretty good leader. I never knew I was a leader. And I'm like, where can leadership take me? This is kind of cool. And then the sky is the limit. Like, you can take this path wherever you want to take it. And that's the cool part. Beachbody isn't the end result. It's the platform. It's the catapult to take you wherever you want to go next.
Yeah.
Heather, one of the things that resonated with me recently too, I don't remember if it was on a call or if you shared it in a post or whatever, but I was actually talking about you in my kitchen the other day. Because you had shared that you were coming to the realization that, you know, I think it was because you were talking about your boyfriend and, you know, him quitting his job wasn't what he wanted, but like so much of what people post about with Beachbody and coaching is quitting your job and staying home and da-da-da-da. And you were kind of realizing that that wasn't necessarily what you both wanted. And I realized, granted, that is what I want, but I may change my mind 3 years after being home, who knows, but at least right now it is. But it helped me to realize that, and I've been thinking a lot about it, like Lindsay was just saying, like, it gives you a voice and it gives you this ability to be able to find what you really, really love, even if it's not exactly health and fitness related. I mean, Lindsay and I have been diving into energy healing and, you know, we just went to an empath class last week and like, oh my God, I never thought that, one, I had the skills that I allegedly have, and two, that would be something that I would pursue. But I never would have done it if I hadn't taken this jump. And there's going to be things that other people never would have done if they hadn't decided to coach too. And hearing you say that, I think it was like a month or two ago at this point, but was huge because it's not a one size fits all company or business. We talk all the time about how you have to make an individual to yourself, but then there's still so much of like sort of what that path is that a lot of people take that I think sometimes we forget. So it was refreshing to hear you say that.
And also, Steph, like, I know, like, for you though, it's also having the freedom to work with adolescents, which you feel like is your calling, that age range, on your terms though, like not with all the crap that goes on, like in the setting that you're working in now. So it's like you're still able to fulfill your calling, but just in maybe a different way because you have the freedom to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much, Stephanie. And that's a really good point. And it reminds me of things. So thank you. And it reminds me, like, Meg, and this might be good to share with like your challengers who like are struggling to think that they can't do this from like a confidence level, because you just said that, Stephanie, like I'm thinking about my life and how much it's changed over the last couple of years when I've been coaching. And granted, coaching didn't pay for everything, right? I'm not making enough money in coaching at this point that it paid for my entire existence in Europe and all of our traveling and my MBA and all of these things I've been doing. But you know what? I would have never done those things if it wasn't for this opportunity. And my boyfriend and I have gotten in fights about it before because the way I post about it, it seems almost sometimes like Beachbody's paying it, but it's not. That's not really what I'm trying to get across. The point is, when we were talking about moving abroad, I knew I needed something still for myself. I knew that I needed something that was mine, that I could grow, that I could make some kind of income while we were abroad to take care of myself. And then like my MBA came up and I never thought that I was going to have the confidence to go back, and I wouldn't have without the support system. Like I really wouldn't have done that. And that's nothing, it's not even attached to Beachbody at all. Like I didn't get my MBA to help my business. Like I got it because I needed it. It's something I always wanted to do. I needed something to live in London. So that was obviously there too. But I also had to pay for it myself. And I didn't pay for my undergrad, for people that don't know. Like I've never been good with money. Like the thought of paying back to school was a fear of mine. But like this business helped me to not have it be a fear. So you're right. And like we have to like remind ourselves of these things and the doors that this business opens up, even if it's not completely related. I think that's such a powerful story. And I think, Meg, that's maybe something to talk about with people, like help them to understand like the doors that this business can open up. And Lindsay, I think it's amazing that you realized you are an amazing leader, because you are, and I've been telling you that, but I'm glad you finally realize it.
Actually, it's the You Are Amazing book.
Praise the Lord. That's all I gotta say about that.
It's the Meg's group she's doing, and I'm like, look, it's actually an exercise we should do as a team. That amazing one with strengths and skills with the circles, and like you pick your whatever. We'll talk about it another time, but I think the whole team should do it to identify their strengths. It's pretty awesome. Anyway,
I'd love to know more about it. It sounds amazing.
Everybody should be in this group. If you're not, you're cray cray. Like, this group is amazing.
Who's running it?
Huh?
Who's running it?
Sorry.
Yeah, Meg's running it. It's a free group, and it's like awesome. It's this book. It's right next to me.
Sorry, hold on.
The docs.
Yeah, it's called You're Already Amazing, Embracing Who You Are and Becoming All God Created You to Be. And it's like, it's just so eye-opening. And it's helping a lot of women. Like,
It's awesome.
I didn't realize, I don't know. It's been a really great space for me too. Like, I love going into the group and seeing how it's impacting other women and seeing how it's even impacting me. So, Jenny, sorry, we're done.
Yeah, I don't know everyone's biggest takeaway from this call, but like for me, I really think it is like being true to yourself and really remembering that your story is constantly changing, and that change is inspiring. And you guys help me to remember that every day, again, whether or not I'm great at sharing it or showing it, but like I literally like love this community. I love you guys. Like, you've helped me through so much. And yeah, I feel like as a team, we really need to be better about sharing those parts of our lives and inspiring people to join, because it's those real moments. It's those difficult decisions and like doing what makes you happy, regardless of what's surrounding you. And Beachbody giving you that confidence and the belief that you can go after your dreams. Like, you're not stuck where you are. And I think that's like the story, right? Like, yeah, I made a decision to start Beachbody a few years ago, and at the time, I honestly hated my job. I didn't like the agency I was at. So like leaving seemed actually amazing. Like, that was my dream then, and going to London was my dream. But I found an agency now I really like. I'm working in digital advertising. So I'm basically teaching myself even more what we should be doing as coaches. Like, I'm helping a company revamp their website and get their CRM, perfected, and all of these things that like is what we need to be great at. So it's complementing my business, I guess is what I'm saying. So I never knew that was going to happen though. Like, so like embrace the change if you see an opportunity for it to be positive on your journey, I guess is what I'm saying, and realize that you have opportunity. Like, there's not like, I was picky about the role that I took, and I'm so happy I was, because I finally realized at this point that I can be picky in my life, because Beachbody has taught me that. It's taught me to believe in myself. It's taught me to go after really what I want and not settle for things. And that's the story right there, guys. Like, that's what this business does for people.
Meg, I'm laughing at the dog like attacking you right now. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Real quick, I just want to oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice again. But the video needs to happen. Like, this video, I can like envision it. And I just think it's going to be so powerful if we all just share like under 60 seconds of where we were, why we changed or why we took the plunge or whatever, and then where we're at now. And if you guys all want to send me a clip, like, I'll throw it together in iMovie and then I'll upload it and see what you guys think. Because I think finished is better than perfect, however that saying goes. Like, because honestly, this is going to be so powerful. And any of the other videos I've seen coaches do like this have been so inspiring. So I think we have to do this. And what a great business opportunity tool we'll be creating for ourselves,
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I couldn't agree more. I've been wanting to do it for a while. So let's not overthink it and just get it done.
Throw it together. First take, send it to me.
Guys, just know when you're inviting to the coaching opportunity, you are giving them
a gift.
You're giving them a gift, and you're complimenting them. Never feel like you're putting them out like, oh, I'm trying to drag them onto the team. Look what we have right here. How often you get to talk to this many ladies like on the phone about your deepest like things? Like this is cool. Like I love having this. I did not have this before. I was so friggin' lonely. Like this is amazing, you know?
I almost want to screenshot this right now and just share it.
Do it.
Do
Let
it.
everyone smile.
I'll put my
All
hair
right,
back the way it was.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it
You're
really
funny.
is crazy.
I got it.
All right, anyway. I should
Anyway,
hop off 'cause-
Lindsay, that was probably one of the funniest moments I've ever seen, though. When you come on and you're like, "Oh my god." that was
So
crazy.
who's going to Summit on this call?
Hopefully me. I have a
Hopefully
ticket.
me.
I'm assuming Cindy too, even though we can't.
Brenna's coming.
Yay.
Not on the call. She was getting her new car tonight, but Brenna's coming.
Carrie's going, and my personally sponsored coach, Cindy, is coming as well.
Awesome.
got a lot of peace. It's going to be a big year.
Yeah, Jude and my new coach Renee really wants to come, so yay.
On the waiting list? Or can you still get a ticket?
I don't know, because she can qualify for Success Starter if she gets Success Starter.
Still get on the waiting list, like just in case, or get a ticket and they'll reimburse her.
I think
Yeah.
tickets are still available.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I got my hotel room.
Are we all staying in the same place?
Oh, yeah. Where's everyone not staying?
I don't know.
I don't even
I-
remember which
I
hotel we
technically
got.
have 2 hotels, one in my name, one in Greg's name. So we have an extra.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Mom and I both have one, and then I think I gave Jackie one because they yelled at me because I well,
Had
to
2
be
of them.
honest, the system crashed, so I didn't know if it was going through or not. And
That
she's
happened to me, Heather. I thought I only had one, but I guess another one went in.
like, you booked 4 rooms, you're only allowed to book 1. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know they went through. So
Yeah. All right, guys, I have to hop off, but this is
All
a
right.
great call.
All right.
Bye, girls.
All right,
Have a good
bye.
night.
Have a good
Love
night.
y'all.
All right. Feel better, Jenny.